What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Official YouTube channel. So yesterday we covered the best decks from the previous set that we're going into the new format with Temporal Forces. Today we're talking about my four, decks that I want to talk about that we didn't talk about yesterday, if that makes sense. These are some decks that I'm hyped about. I did pick four of them. I could go on and on. There's more decks that I want to see. But on Monday, we're going to save our super secret deck. I don't think it's good at all, but I'm ready to test this deck out and show it off Monday and have fun with it because I love grass Pokemon, and that's all I'm going to say. Maybe two decks. Maybe one on Monday, one on Tuesday. But one on Monday, I'm definitely more excited to play. But today we're gonna cover four decks. If you don't know, if you have no idea, if you have no idea, I don't know. If you have Limitless, you go to tournaments, you go to city leagues, you can see what's been happening in Japan, what they're playing, and you can just see there's just so much data, right? There's just so much data. It just goes on and on and on. There's even an online tab that I didn't know about, but it brings you straight to play limitless play, which is pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, so much stuff happening, right? So there's a Giratina Wobbuffet deck or Baynet deck. Sure, there's RC's decks that have done well, like RC's Giratina. I think there's RC's Armarouge. And there's Gudra that won, right? There's so many different things happening, and it's hard to pinpoint what your favorite thing is, right? And you get to see there's so many different variants of decks. Even Charizard has other friends now. You got Charizard V-Barrel, right? Charizard Pidgeot. There's Snorlax, and there's the Armarouge deck I was talking about. There's Chin Pao, right? There's so many different decks, but I picked four of my more favorite decks. More so because they have a place in my heart. For one reason or another. So yeah, let's talk about those. So the first one is going to be a Roaring Moon Flutter Mane deck. Now, we talked about this yesterday. We talked about a Roaring Moon with a Roaring Moon EX and stuff like that. But today, what we're talking about more is focusing more on this non-EX build, right? So it's a non-EX Roaring Moon. So using Roaring Moon, you're doing 70 and 10 more damage for each card in your discard pile, right? You have Fluttermane. Fluttermane's got shut down abilities, right? If it's in the active spot. You have Koraidon. Now, Koraidon's pretty cool. It has Origin Roar. This deck does 30 damage for each of your ancient Pokemon to play. 6 ancient Pokemon does 180 damage, which is, nothing to laugh at. It's nothing to laugh about because, you hit that twice. You're taking some knockouts there. You do some heavy damage, right? It only needs 2 energies, which is great. Iron a Bundle. Now, this is the only future card in here, but this is going to help you to switch out your opponent's active with the bench to help get that knockout. But you can see there's a bunch of each Pokemon, right? 4/4/3, right? Outside of that, you have the Forsada, which is an ancient card because it's not ancient Pokemon; it's ancient cards. That's a big thing here, and it gives me Vessel Queen vibes, like Vessel Queen back in the day. As I like that a lot. I like that it kind of synergizes as well too. You have this supporter card that also beefs up the card while also accelerating to it, which is pretty cool. You have this new card, which is like a Sage's Training. Look at top 6 cards of your deck, put 2 in your hand, and discard the other cards. People keep saying it's like Color's Experiment, but Color's Experiment puts a Lost Zone. This is like a Sage's Training, guys. Look at top 5, put 2 in your hand, discard the other 3. This one's like the top 6, put 2 in your hand, and discard the other, which you're hoping it's going to be ancient Pokemon, right? One Boss Sorter, break a Pokemon bench deactive. You're going to play 4 Nest Ball to find your Pokemon, running your basics. Pokegear, you want to find your Prestisadas ASAP. Your Earthen Vessel to discard ancient Pokemon as well as find your energies. 3 Counter Catcher, you are going to be behind at the beginning because it will be hard to get these huge knockouts turn 1, right? 2 Tracker Shoes to help set up. 1 Wasuni Headball to find your base Pokemon. 1 Dark Patch, but you have the 4 Sada, which is why it's in there. And remember, Sada powers up 2 Pokemon, right? Choose to 2 ancient Pokemon. Not just 1, 2. So that's the big thing here. Dark Patch is only 1. Whatever, what just happened? Superior Energy Retrieval. You got the 1 super to get back your Pokemon. You have 3 HP booster capsules to get your Pokemon get 60 more HP. And so now they have 200 HP, which, it's good against Lost Box, stuff like that. Also, it just fuels itself up even more. There's also the new belt. We didn't talk about this yesterday, but you do 50 more damage to your opponent's EX. So that can help you get that knockout if need be. 2 Artisan, 1 Town Store, 7 basic, dark, and 3 basic fighting. So, you're trying to use that, the Roaring Moon, trying to get a bunch of ancient discard pile. It just helps get that turbo knockout. Maybe put the Flutterman in the active to disrupt just a little bit if need be. It's a really exciting deck. Is it going to be the best? No. Is it going to be fun just to chunk a bunch of Pokemon with the discard pile and not to be your Revenge again? Yes. And that's why it's in here, because Be Your Revenge was the fun deck, and I'm excited to play this deck. So next up on the list is a deck that I actually played at regionals, and I think if I was playing the deck, I might change this list up just a little bit more, but that is Gold Dingo. Gold Dingo. It got first place on 318. Let's open the image. And the reason why I'm so excited for this deck is because this card right here. This card right here. This is one of my favorite cards ever printed. This is not its original name. Its original name was Mallow. Search it for 2 cards, shuffle your deck, put those cards on top of your deck in any order. So now with Gold Dingo, you can use, use your good old coin bonus, draw 2 cards with that, with the code breaker. You can put any 2 cards on top of your deck, you're good to go, which is great, right? There's also this card in here. Discard a card from your hand to use its effect. Draw a card for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Sure. You're drawing a bunch as it is as well. The 2-2 Palkia, the Greninja. You're still putting the water in the metal to try to get the Greninja playoff with the Cologne. Then there's no more Cross Switcher, but you do have the Prime Catcher, so that could work, right? Only 2 Pokestop in this list. Buddy Poppin is here to get your gimmicks, 50 HP or less. Now this one is playing the Call family, which is my preference, so even more bonus points there. I do like that a lot. And there's no more path to peak, so nothing is shut down your Golden Goes. Once your Golden Goes are online, you're just boop, 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 you're just drawing cards over and over again. I think the deck's really strong. I think it's going to be good. I think you do have to worry about the EX decks that could come out of nowhere. But I think Golden Goes is a good spot. You just have the capability of just drawing through your deck now. No path to the peak. You just have to set up, and I think that's the hardest part of Golden Go. But once you're set up, you're good to go, I think, right? So yeah, I'm looking forward for this deck. I'm going to test it out a lot. Golden Go has a cool play smart. It's like Zorak. You can draw cards, make it rain. You can do like unlimited damage. I can't say enough. I'm excited. And plus, Codebreaker just guarantee you like the superior retrieval or whatever you need. It's going to be so strong. Next up on the list is another kind of throwback type deck, and that is going to be the new Future deck. And this is a deck I'm excited because it's like SPs and Plasma, not SPs. Sorry, that was don't come after me. I messed up. I said the wrong thing. I know. I apologize. I know. I said SPs, and it's not SPs. I get that. It's like Plasma. Okay, I get that. Anyways, so you don't know, this new deck has this new Iron Crown EX. This new Cabalion. Pretty much. I like the deck is playing. Oh, it doesn't play Virizion. Oh no. It could have been like Cake from back in the day. Anyway, don't worry about that. But anyway, you have the ability Cobalt Command. The attacks of your future Pokemon, except for any current EX, do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Twin Shot does 50 damage to your opponent's Pokemon. This attack damage is not affected by weakness, resistance, or any effect. So, what you care about here is this right here. What you care about is this, right? Your future Pokemon do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon, which is great. You have this new Miraidon. It has Excel Peak, which is like busted. Search deck for 2 basic energy cards, attach your future Pokemon any way you like. Then shuffle your deck. You have the crown on the bench. You can do 60, 80, 100, whatever. And you can set up your Pokemon. What you're setting up here is the Iron Hands EX. Iron Hands EX has Ampy very much. 120 if you do additional, you take a price card if you take a knockout. You take an additional price card, you take a knockout. It's great. This with the other card, you're like boosting the damage up like 140, 160, 180, plus the early game from the other Miraidon, right? You're going to do some serious damage. And also you could like have potential to do like, turn 1 knockouts for like 220 now because of the crowns, right? That's his name, right? I can't. Iron Crown, yeah. Iron Crown. I'm going to forget these cards, but that's okay. But yeah, with the R press, you're able to do like 200, 220 if you do get super lucky. And you could take a turn 1 knockout against like an EX or something, which is pretty cool. That plays Iron Bundle. We've seen that a lot, actually. Iron Bundle's like everywhere. And then also the new Terrakion, which its name is Iron Boulder. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon's damaged by an attack, put 8 damage counters on the attack Pokemon. It's just a good, like, I'm going to hurt, like, fighting weak Pokemon, right? Once again, you're doing plus 20, so you could take some knockouts, and then they attack you, then it can, get swung back. And this list only plays 1 fighting, so it's not aiming for the second attack, right? Now, there's only 1 psychic, and that's for Miraidon's third attack. Second attack, the Sparkling Strike, right? Sparkling Strike, it does 160, of course, 20 plus, whatever. This is playing 4 Armor, trying to get that, the good old, where's it at? Electric Generator, which is pretty nice. Future Booster Energy Capsule is what makes this deck kind of work very well because, everybody has a hefty retreat cost, but with Future Booster, you have free retreat, which is really nice. You can also Arvin for the Techno Radar, and plus Future Booster Capsule. So, like, this is busted. Like, Arvin getting Techno Radar and Booster Capsule is, like, great because this is a tool card and this is your item card. and then you can like Techno Radar for your Miraidon and whoever, and then you just set up, right? And it's a pretty easy setup. As long as you hit the Arven turn 1, you're going to get attack off because you play 15 energies, and Miraidon just needs a basic energy to attack with. It's so good. It looks like so much fun. 3 Research, 3 Iona, 2 Boss Order. Still playing the counter catcher. You will go down on price cards because the game plan is you take a knock on Miraidon, you take a knock on Iron Hands, take an Iron Hands, and you win, right? That's the play here. We'll see what works. See some success. Oh, and there's new baton thing. It has exactly 4 true cost of 4. It's not going to damage or attack. Move 3 energies from this Pokemon to your bench Pokemon you want, which is pretty cool. I'm excited. I'm excited for this deck. I'm excited. Is it going to be the best? No. Is it going to be fun? Heck yeah. Last deck, if you don't know, it's not surprising at all. It's a deck that I won multiple cups with. I had a lot of had a lot of fun with it. And now it's back, and that is Lugia. Lugia V-Star is back. Even though we lose Barnett, the deck has gained a new friend, and that is Chino. In a special round, this deck does 7 damage for each special energy attached to this Pokemon. You might be thinking, okay, what's the big deal, right? Why do we care about this card? Why do we care about Chino? There's a lot of talk about Chino. And the reason why people talk about Chino is like, you're doing 70 times the amount of special energy attached to Pokemon. That's a lot. Like 4 energies, that's 280 damage. Where the list is playing this many energies, you can easily take a knockout. Yep, you can easily take a knockout. You might be thinking, I'll just knock out the Machinos, and I'll be like, cool, I'll just Tempest Dive you 2 turns. That's fair, right? If you don't know, Summoner gets 2 colors Pokemon to your bench, which is going to be Archeops. You get Tempest Dive, right? And you can threaten that. You can threaten Tempest Dive while you put Machinos on the bench. And your opponent's like, oh, heck, what do I do? Do I target the Machino, or do I go after your Lugia? And I'm like, that's up to you to figure out, my guy. What are you going to do? I don't know. That's up to you. So that's a cool thing here. You also have the new belt cards. You do 50 more damage, and you're doing 270, which is kind of unfortunate because RCS V-Star has 280. It says there's no way to one shot the RCS V-Star. Now I'm thinking about it. Or hit 280, 280. I guess it's more for this thing. I didn't figure out the math of that. Someone's playing Master Ball. Someone's playing this. Someone's playing Prime Catcher. They specs one enough, right? Snorlax, still good attacker. 180. Just vanilla 180. Strong. Single price Pokemon, right? 1 Luminium to help set up. The downfall, you don't have Burnett anymore. So you can't Luminium for Burnett anymore. Can't do it. But 3 balls, 2 research. You are playing Serena now, which is pretty interesting. That's pretty cool. Iono, Arven, 1 Jock with the Ultra Ball, the Capture Room, and 3 Great Ball. We're back on the Great Ball train. That's how many ball cards we have. 1 Collapse to get rid of Lumineon, which is pretty good. But outside of that, you're playing the 4 Gift, the 4 Double Turbo, the 3 Jet, the 3 Mist. Yeah. Can't be affected by special effects. Can't be affected by effects of attacks. So no Giratina doing a thing. Like Giratina was your downfall, right? But now you have the Mist energy, and they can't one-shot. They can still one-shot the Lugia. Actually, no. If you play V-Guard and you miss on Lugia, they're actually not knocking it out with the thing anymore, which is great. Therapeutics, they don't go to sleep, and 1 V-Guard energy. We already talked about that, how impactful that is. V-Guard plus Mist says, hey, Giratina, you're not one-shotting me, bud. You're not doing that anymore. You're not taking one-shots anymore. I'm going to 2-shot you, and then we'll send up Chino, and Chichino's going to one-shot you, and then Chichino's going to one-shot you, and we're going to prove that Lugia is the best deck. I know a lot of people are excited for Lugia. I'm excited for Lugia. It's in there. But those we just saw a second ago, Iron Hands with the new Iron Crowns, right? That's a threat. That is a threat. 100% is a threat. So we'll have to see. But guys, there we go. Like I said, there's a ton of different decks that we could cover. I don't have time to cover them all. Check out Limitless to see everything. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something new these past 3 days. When this video is coming out, the new set should hopefully either be online or very close to coming out online if I time this correctly. So yeah, we'll see you on there. Tomorrow we're going to cover some of the new decks that are coming out. We're going to have fun playing the ladder decks. We're going to play 1 game of each and see how they work. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Alrighty, bye.